All right. Welcome back to Orbiton Weekly.
Back another
Happy
week.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Nope.
Happy
Yeah.
holidays. We've had Christmas Eve and Christmas that passed, and then now we have New Year's coming up next week.
Yeah. We're in that weird week of the year that just nothing's real.
Yeah, when you call people and they politely tell you to call back in the second week of January.
Yes. Yeah. Which is a fun place to live in. Today we're talking all about website building and how that's changing. Um, and then we've got a little Orbiton product update to touch on at the end.
Yeah, I think this topic came about. It's very timely. There's a few companies that we're working with that are looking to launch new websites, and then there's a large cap that we've been talking to who's on a platform called Q4 that uses them for they're like a website building agency essentially, and then they have a CRM and software backend. But
Mhm.
what's really interesting is I think that this is showing a shift in how AI can start to tap into agency budgets. And so
Yeah.
what we mean by that is like when it comes to how software or how websites are developed and maintained, typically, yeah, it might be built on Framers, Squarespace, Webflow, WordPress, whatever.
hmm
But the business doesn't actually interact with the platform. The business
hmm
typically hires a third party to do that. And I in all the public companies that I've met and talked to, I haven't seen a single one that has an in-person website or web dev.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
outsource.
Yeah. And that is the problem is that typical like workflow for getting a website built for a company. The person that's tasked with that job is not a web developer.
No, never.
Or very like that is a rare case if that is true.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of my own clients outside of Orbiton and within Orbiton struggle with their websites, hand me a website that was built by a third party, riddled with custom code, and they have no idea how to update it, maintain it. And then that task is then given to someone like me
hmm
who's going in to try and fix those small problems. And I think that custom websites built by a third party, by an agency, by a web developer, they are beautiful. The
hmm
problem is updating it,
hmm
keeping it working with current information, and how it can continue to benefit you and your business instead of just being a beautiful web page that sits on the internet, doing kind of nothing for you. And with AI changing and everything moving super fast with AI, I mean, side note, lots of fear still
Yeah.
that we touch on lots. And very understandable. But as like as technology evolves, this is just something that's moving way faster than we've ever seen before. But people still adapt. And we just might not be adapting as fast as the technology is moving.
hmm
But AI will definitely change how websites are built. Not meaning that people that are web developers or specialize in websites aren't needed, but for companies that need a website, need it to be updated, need tools like a CRM, they need like the whole workflow kind of to work smoother.
hmm
Something like typing in a sentence and an AI platform being able to then generate that code or generate that website, and it is easy to update, easy to maintain.
hmm
That may replace the agency model of paying thousands and thousands of dollars that could be going towards marketing or those professionals that are like overseeing it, the actual people,
Yeah.
instead of spending so much money to update and upkeep a website that might not even be benefiting you that much.
And the biggest problem too is like like you spend the money and you don't even get the quality of service that you want. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. It's like, yeah, I'm, we talked to a company a couple weeks ago, they're multi-billion dollar market cap, and he was talking about a situation where they had to have a presentation updated
hmm
for let's say like 8 a.m. and they
hmm
finished the presentation and got all the approval because large companies take longer approval processes. They got everything approved by
Hmm.
7 like 45, and so they sent it to the website provider, or the agency handling their website, to update the website, and the agency updated 10 hours later, like the next day,
Yeah.
basically. And so,
Yeah.
to be fair, like 15 minutes ahead of when it needs to be updated is a tight timeline, and so that is hard for a
Yeah.
large agency to handle, and that's the problem they run into. It's not because they're evil, it's just because as you
Yeah.
scale, it's hard to maintain quality and consistency across all your different clients. And that's because you're
Hmm.
working with people. You're an agency with
Yeah.
people, and the people need to respond. People get
Yeah.
sick, they want vacations, they have costs, whatever. But I
Hmm.
think that whole, like, the whole experience of like drag and drop really was meant to make websites easier to build, because you couldn't just talk
Hmm.
to a machine. Now you can kind of talk to a machine and have the websites built.
Yeah.
So it changes that whole structure, where like
Hmm.
the same things you would tell an agency, you can now just tell the platform. So it's
Yeah.
like, I think, I remember hearing this like a year or two ago, where it's like, AI is going to start tapping into payroll budgets, and like that's why the market size is so big. And I was like, I don't
Hmm.
really see how that's going to play out. But to be
Yeah.
fair, now I kind of see it in this specific use case with the
Yeah.
websites and agencies. And there's a lot of like a lot of AI website companies, that have
Hmm.
popped up.
Even in people in IR, um, like you said, that there are those short, like, oh, this needs to be up in like 15 minutes, maybe.
Hmm.
Press release just happened. Whatever,
Yeah.
something got finalized. It needs to be live right now. And an AI chatbot like Orbiton, those things can be updated. Um, but what about like the website? What about an IR person being able to just like type something in and it's now updated without going through the steps of an agency or asking so many people down the line to try and like update their website? The IR person might be able to actually just update their website, keep things
Yeah.
flowing. Um,
Because they're already sending the requests to a person. So in terms of their
yeah,
workflow, the workflow would be identical. You would send the requests to Orbiton, but instead of a person responding, it would be an AI agent.
yeah, yeah. Some might say platforms like Q4 outdated.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how those like big incumbents are gonna last, or not last, because the whole, even like Webflow. Even
Hmm.
Webflow is something I've been thinking about, because that drag and drop experience, because if you can design in Figma, send screenshots, and an AI can code it for you
Yeah,
and then maintain, why do you need Webflow?
yeah.
Right?
And
Webflow
we
was a
use
no.
Webflow, right?
We
Like,
use
or
Webflow.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it. Yeah, the platforms have all been like very useful.
that's great.
Um,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great. But how are they going to
and
stay relevant?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, for sure. Which kind of goes into our new product.
Yeah, so we've been working on like a backend CRM system for a while, and it's kind of been a really natural progression. It
Hmm.
started out because our clients wanted to see reports and data on the chatbot usage, and then they wanted more insights on the chatbot, and they wanted to gather more data from the chatbot, like what are
Hmm.
common questions and trends and so on. Um, so it started there, and
Hmm.
then since then, it's kind of advanced. So this was the old version of our dashboard. And you can see here we have like emails for logging emails. You have your contacts page, where you can see like all of your contacts here.
And what we talked about last week with is my startup growing fast enough? And is your business progressing the way it should? And we
Mhm.
touched on how your product should be evolving and that your customers depend on your product. And this product update is along the lines of just our clients that are already using us need this tool, and it
Mhm.
evolves like that. It's just a
Exactly.
natural progression.
And so this was like what we built, kind of hacked together for quickly being able to just deliver on the requests. But then this
Hmm.
is the new version that we've touched up, and so you can see all the key metrics are at the top. You can scroll down, you see all the traffic, you see the chats. But the thing that's really cool here is like we have the contacts and the full CRM system now where you can log all your emails, calls, everything. The product update that we have, like we've created a new
Mhm.
full CRM with contacts and logging capabilities. And this is one of the most requested features because every press release is formatted in a Word document for
Mhm.
our clients. And then
Mhm.
usually they send that Word document to somebody and they have to copy paste each line and put it into
Yeah.
MailChimp. And like tables are really hard to put into MailChimp. And there's a lot of assay results or drill results that are in tables.
Yeah.
So what we did is we went ahead and we said, okay, instead of it being a like a table-based structure or like a drag and drop editor, you just upload the Word doc and then we use AI to
Mhm.
turn that Word doc into an HTML email. So
Yeah.
now you don't actually need to go through the process of manually copy pasting each thing and making sure everything's correct. So
Yep.
that's another huge update that we have here.
Yeah. Which is such a useful I feel like we are just completing workflows of like
Hmm.
simplifying processes so
Hmm.
that like our main like public kind of products like the chatbot or like the embedded link, it all just works better
Hmm.
and it simplifies the process for each client. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
It's very
likewise.
exciting.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of new things we have coming for 2026 around the same idea of like
Mhm.
completing the workflow.
Yeah.
So I think our approach has always been, what are people complaining about? Why are they
Mhm.
complaining about it? And then is it something that's a consistent problem? Is it reoccurring?
Mhm.
Or is it
Mhm.
like an acute pain? And if it's
Yeah.
a reoccurring pain, then we try to solve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will see you in the new year.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in
Yeah. Would it?
2026.
Yeah. I guess it will be 2026 next podcast.
Yeah.
I think. Yes. So very exciting, and we are super grateful for everyone that's following our journey and our clients, and yeah, just during this holiday season, the biggest thing that I'm feeling is just gratitude, and so
Likewise, yeah.
yeah, it's
All
it's
all the
been an
support has
amazing
been
year,
huge.
and yeah, and it's going to be such a big year for us, for AI, for everything. I'm very excited for all the unknowns, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, 2025 was a big year for the metals and mining and AI, and I think 2026 is going to continue that trend. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah,
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the
guys.
support. See you in the new year.